I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Do you remember your dreams as a child? Children have no fear of dreaming big. As kids, most of us had dreams of becoming movie stars, singers, astronauts, and in general, rich and famous. As we grow up, life starts beating us down. And we start accepting life for what it is. And our childhood dreams are put to rest with the justification that it won't happen to me. No, it most certainly will not happen to you. It will not happen to you if that's what you're telling yourself. The more obstacles you see, the less you dare to dream. Personally, I've never seen obstacles as an hindrance. I see opportunities, I see possibilities, and I decide what I want to go after. No one else. I pay no attention to what others think of me or think of my choices in life. I focus on my life, my way, my family, and my happiness together with my family, not on the societal norms. My way, as old Blue Eyes sang so beautifully about. Now, I'm sure people in your life have been telling you, make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you have something to fall back on. I've never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. The same way I don't understand the usage of the word try. I will try to do this, or I will try to do that. Having something to fall back on, or saying I will try my best, only leaves room for self-doubt. You're basically saying to your mind that you might achieve whatever it is that you're aiming to achieve. Instead, you just got to do it. Go out and make it happen. No fallback plans, no trying. I will do it. Decide. I love the word decide. Just like homicide and suicide, to decide means the death of all other options. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fail big. Don't be afraid to dream big. But remember, dreams without clear goals, you're just daydreaming. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? The 1,001st, he made a light bulb. And he made it. Every failed experiment is one step closer to your success. You've got to take risks. And I'm sure you've probably heard this before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at some stuff. There's no doubt about it. I'm telling you how it is. You got to just embrace it because it is inevitable. I've led more than a handful of different companies in different parts of the world with life-altering differences in culture. Did I fail sometimes? Hell yes. I failed a bunch of times. Each time I learned something new though. I moved forward with unwavering positivity and ultimately I made progress. Somehow I succeeded more times than I failed, and I accredit this to guts. I accredit this to empathy and common sense. Too many people fear failure. Perhaps not failure itself, but more so what others may think of them when they fail. Therefore they play it safe, and I'm here to tell you today, if you don't take risks, and if you're not prepared to fail, you will never amount to much. If you're not prepared to fail, you're not trying hard enough. Plain and simple. There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, you're bound to get a haircut. Keep at it. Many of the best ideas in the world are buried in the graveyard. They're buried 6 feet under because the creator of those ideas didn't have enough guts to act upon. Why? Fear of failure. When will those buried ideas be resurrected? Well, when someone else has the same idea and also has the guts and the determination to see them through. I will say it again, if you don't fail, you're not even trying. I meet a lot of people who tell me, Frederic, one of these days I will buy a new car. One of these days I will buy a new house. One of these days I will take my spouse to Europe. One of these days I will be rich and happy. One of these days, one of these days, one of these days, until there are no. If you want to be successful, if you want to get something you never had, you must do something you haven't done before. Imagine you're on your deathbed and and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled dreams and potential. The ghosts of the ideas you never acted upon. The ghosts of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, they're angry, they're disappointed, they're upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life. And now we must go to the grave without ever having lived. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your deathbed when your time comes? To fear is human, but fear hinders us from taking action, from taking the right steps to become successful. Too many people lie awake at night thinking about things that may never come to pass. Worrying about stuff that may or may not happen is just a waste of time. And more so, it's a train on your well-being and on your positivity. The best way to beat fear in general, and fear of failure in particular, is to just do it. Just do it. Heck, what's the worst thing that can happen? I love challenges. I'm triggered by challenges. My mind is faster, better, and sharper when things are tough. I believe this is the same for anyone. Anyone who is driven by the will to improve or become successful. I sometimes find that I regret making decisions that put me in awkward or uncomfortable positions. Yet I do it often. Still at the age of 48. Why do it then, you may ask? Well, this is the best way to improve. This is the best way to test your abilities and to develop. That's why I do it. I recommend putting yourself in positions where there is no comfort zone. Put yourself in situations where you have to bend yourselves backwards to do new things, to test your skills and to prove to yourself where the limits are. This will increase your self-confidence. And when you've done this enough times, you will develop an unwavering self-belief and an enormous amount of guts. The world needs people with guts. The world needs it from you. We really do. We need it from all of you, both young and old. The world needs people who do not give up at the slightest setback. People who stick with it. I'm encouraged. I'm strengthened even when I see the leaders here in South Asia. Leaders who believe in their power of their dreams, who believe in their people. Leaders with guts. I don't know if you, like me, are avid supporters of sports and teams. I'm a big fan of golf and football. I enjoy big matches and huge competitions. However, I've learned through my life never to root for anyone or any team more than I root for myself. Far too many people spend far too much time rooting and supporting for teams, even arguing with others over what team is the best or the strongest, etc. But they spend far too little time rooting for themselves. I'm privileged having met so many people over the past 2 decades. People who have acted upon their dreams and aspirations. People who have had enormous drive to prove to others, and perhaps more importantly, to prove to themselves what they can do and that they can achieve what it is that they have set out. Without this inner drive to achieve or to act on your dreams, becoming successful will remain a distant wish or thought. Decide. Get off your bum and get it done. Nobody owes you a darn thing. If you want it, go get it.